to look at you and just see what I'm dealing with. Just take it in, because this is a conversation, and I just want to thank you. This is an incredible turnout. I'm very touched, and this work would not exist without you, truly. I wanted to invite you, as my audience, to really be yourself while I'm performing. That means breathe, move your body, change position, close your eyes if you need to. If you need to be like, hallelujah, that's fine. You can clap your hands, you can laugh, you can cry. Like, just relax, be yourself, and I will do the same. As the great Bob Dylan once said, times they are a-changin'. And if you're like me, everything's changing. Your body's changing. Like, I bet your liver doesn't produce bile the way it used to. Am I right? Right? And your mind is expanding with awareness. Like that. And your emotions are integrating. Your rage, your grief, your ecstasy, your peace, your disgust is just braiding together into the center of who you are. And your values are shifting. What used to think is important isn't important anymore. You're not famous. Hey, you're just an ordinary person, and now you have to deal with it. Of course, if times are not a-changin' for you, and if instead your consciousness is shrinking, your values aren't shifting but more deflating. For example, maybe you don't compost anymore. You're thinking, Al Gore, that documentary was so long ago, I can't get it up anymore, okay? I cannot compost! I'm sorry! And remember how you used to buy yourself a new set of underwear every Christmas? You don't do that anymore. Now you're just working the old ones day after day. And it's this kind of self-inflicted, self-sabotaging cesspool of rigidity. Is that what's happening? So if so, do not worry. I have written my own version of Times They Are Changing. This is what I think we're up against today as a society. And I'm going to sing it for you. I'm sharing it to see if we collectively could pull our heads far enough out of our assholes to sing along. It's always had that effect on me, and I hope it does for you too. It's called One Day. One day my carbon footprint will be less than it is now. And I will not eat processed foods, only whole foods and certainly not wasn't such a highly sensitive person, I'd turn the other cheek. Love is sweet, and it's deep, and it's cheap, in fact it's free. One day I'll be a high-paid traveling spiritual teacher, and my job will be spewing teachings about emptiness and of course fullness. For now, I'm an eating, pooping, sneezing, farting pedestrian. If I didn't hate Sarah Palin, I'm sure I'd be enlightened. Love is sweet, sing it with me, and it's deep, and it's cheap, in fact it's free. Love is sweet, and it's deep, and it's cheap, in fact it's free. Good job. One day I'll be a little old, crinkled, elderly woman, and I'll enjoy my senior discounts. But for now, I'm a desperate, brainwashed, death-avoiding American. Give my rear a shot of Botox, and I'm sure I'll live forever. Love is sweet, and it's deep, and it's cheap, in fact it's free. Love is sweet, and it's deep, and it's cheap, in fact it's free. Sweet, deep, cheap, in fact it's free. Having an insight is like eating wasabi. You know, your brain kind of lights up, your eyes open wide, and suddenly things make sense. I remember a defining moment in my early 20s when I decided to spend all my disposable income on therapy. See, I thought, if I hate myself, you know, what's the point of going to concerts, or buying clothes, going on vacations? I mean, that's like going to Hawaii covered in poison ivy. Forced to wear a wetsuit with the song Call Me Maybe stuck on repeat. I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, call me maybe. All the other guys try to chase me, but here's my number, call me maybe. I missed you so bad, I missed you so bad. See, I really got it that I need to throw all my spare change at quality control. So I went out there and I interviewed at least 30 therapists, I kid you not. And I found the right one, I picked her, and I dove headlong into my unconscious. And wow! What a wild ride! What a colossal pain in the ass! And what a costly endeavor. Very expensive. Very expensive. And the best decision I ever made. Why? Because I didn't want to turn out to be a dick. And I realized there was a choice in the matter. But I wasn't just moving away from dickiness. I was moving towards love. If love's a destination, then I've arrived. If love is not the situation, then I know who I am. I'll what kind of crazy one would hold her hands out empty, hoping you'll turn around and fall back slowly, so you'll never get lost, never get lost, never get lost, never get lost, never get lost. I'm used to feeling I can't see the clouds from the sky, can't feel my body separate from the sun's decision to shine on me, shine on me. If love is a destination, then I'm the right home. If love transcends separation, then I don't have to fear I'll ever get lost, ever get lost, ever get lost. I'm used to feeling I can't see the clouds from the sky, can't feel my body separate from the sun's decision to shine on me, shine on me. So I'm a newlywed. I've been married for 5 years, but I still feel like a newlywed. And because I had the childhood from hell, you know, a mashup between the Brady Bunch and The Shining, I just didn't think it was going to happen for me. You know, I didn't think I'd meet the guy, you know, my guy. I didn't think I'd fall in love. I didn't think I'd get married. I didn't want to get married because I had this experience my whole life of not getting my needs met, and I assumed that that would go on forever. So when I met Patrick, and I knew he was the one, it was bizarre, and I felt in shock, but it was also quite natural. You know, it was shockingly natural. And I like to reminisce of the early days, you know, many months out before our wedding, and we were planning, we were writing our vows, we were picking a spot, and we were sending out invitations. It was so thrilling, and there was so much synchronicity. And then about a month out from the wedding, I hit a wall. See, I got it that I was going to have to live with this person's habits, you know, Patrick's habits, for like the rest of my life. And suddenly I'm like, what was I thinking? This is insane! Like, you know when you just adore someone and then it like turns, and then you just like despise them? That's what happened. Like, you know when you're so hot for someone, you just want to do them everywhere, and then it like turns, and they become like a parasite. That's what happened. So sorry, Patrick became a human boat barnacle. And he started freaking out too. He started saying things like, "Do you have to chew when you eat?" Or, "Must you breathe when you talk?" That was like the best he could come up with, because I'm so awesome. But a day before the wedding, I sat down and I wrote this song, and it changed everything, because amidst the screaming fear, there was this lit path of knowing. And I had to get very quiet to see it. future. I have no past. I'm taking a trip, and when I return, I will not be the same. I'm so madly in love, I don't even know my name. Look for the light, follow the light. Look for the light, follow the light. I'm taking a trip. When I return, when I return.
Viva la vida, que ayer se fue. Viva las sombras de mis voces, lloran viva los sueños que nunca despertaron mi amor. Felicidad, ¿qué importa ya si canto a la luz de viva la vida, que ayer se fue. Viva las noches de tus voces durmiendo lejos. Viva los sueños que nunca despertaron mi amor. Felicidad, felicidad, tomando el mezcal de la luna.
In marriage, as in all of our close, intimate relationships, we, all of us, replay childhood patterns. Now, maybe that sounds obvious to you, but everyone seems to forget that fact. Trust me, I know. I'm a therapist. I can tell you it's very hard to remember that your partner is not your mother, or your father, or some other significant figure from your past. Okay, it's human nature. We all do it. In fact, if you don't think you're doing it, then you're really doing it. For example, you come home from work, you find a sink full of dishes. Suddenly you're screaming and pointing. You say to your partner, "What have you been doing? I cannot believe that you didn't put the dishes in the dishwasher. Ugh, they've been sitting there for like 2 days. I feel like I do everything around here. Why can't you love me for who I am?" Or your partner calls you into the bathroom and says, "Honey, really? Is it that hard to remember that when the toilet paper roll runs out, you put it on the new holder? The new one? Really? Is it that hard to remember that when things run out, you replace them? Is it that hard to remember that I have worked and slaved my entire life to get to where we are today in America?" The thing is, if you know you're going to do it, if you know you're going to try to get those old needs met, you've got a chance. To interrupt the pattern, because if you're projecting that your partner is a dick, chances are you're being the dick. Right? Take your time. Right? Back. Right? All right, just mull that over for a minute. This one comes in waves. I am your mother, you are my father. That's why it's so fun to be married. At our financial meeting, that's when you called me incompetent. That's funny, I said, coming from someone addicted to his iPhone. And here we are back home with our parents again. Just as ruthless, you're just as helpless. But hey, back when we run for cover, can't tell it's over. It's over. He's a man who doesn't finish the second half of his sentences. She's a woman at meals who tends to talk with her mouth full. Both of them are equal when it comes to annoying backseat driving. And here we are back home with our recognize the patterns you're replaying in your relationships. You might end up writing a love song like the ones we heard when we were kids, you know, that made you want to kill yourself. But we're also somehow deeply satisfying. Something my parents did well is they played interesting and dynamic music in the car, and it seemed like we were always driving. I mean, we drove across the country several times. I mean, just some endless car rides. And we had those 8-track tapes. Remember those? And we just stuck them in, and they had tape in them. And I would just spend hours analyzing the words and the melodies from a very young age, just obsessively. We remember that Billy Joel had this album, and on the front cover he's holding a rock and he's pointing it at a glass house. And that was the name of the album, Glass Houses. And I would just spend hours, Billy Joel, what does it mean? You know, and that's how I became a singer-songwriter. You know, I have to answer those questions. So this next song is a compilation of the messages, the subliminal and overt messages that I picked up from the love songs of my era, and continue. I just met you. Mostly from the radio, I would say. I've never loved. That's the wrong chord. I've never loved. I've never lost. I've never lived. I've never barfed until I met my sweet. My soul was living on the street. And so I must confess, I live for each and every tongue kiss. But who you are, I cannot guess. But how I shudder when you say yes. And that time when you said no, I threw your contact lenses in the snow. I was sorry for a day until I met your friend Renee. That's when I cut my hair, wore your jean jacket with my chest bare. I wrote your name in ink on my hip. I cried like a baby while I bit my lip. Oh baby, when you're not there, I can't tell you what I do to your teddy bear. Oh baby, when I can't see your face, all my food tastes just like toothpaste. Oh baby, it's come to this. I had to tie you to a chair in the basement. Oh baby, if you ever die, I'll have to sing this song so many times. Oh baby, if you ever die, I'll sing this song so many times until I also die. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh motherfucking yeah! Thank you! Really gets you. So I'd like to elicit your participation. It's not a choice. It sounded that way for a second, but I'd like you to get your piece of paper and your pencil, which should be right by your seat. And if it's not, let me know and something will happen. Ooh. Okay, raise your hand if you do not have one. Oh, good. Oh, Tom, anyone have an extra one? Yep. Okay, pass it down the line. Pass it down the line. Do you have a pencil?
We have a pencil.
Pencil. Okay, you're all set? Okay, so what we're going to do is I want you each to write one insight. Now, The insight could be one you've known from your family, maybe all your life, you know, every morning someone said it to you, or it could be an insight that, you know, it's like a mantra to you, or it could be one that is just coming to you right now from watching this insanity. And it just go from the gut and just write it and don't think about it. Go. One more minute.
Can we raise our hands when we're done?
Okay, so I would like to ask you to, if you feel like it, share your insight and just speak up loud and clear. And then for all of us who are listening, when we hear the insight, we're going to go like this. Oh. And while you're saying the oh, you're really taking in this insight, so that we're just going to get to ingest all these amazing insights and wisdom in the room. So does anyone want to start?
Love counts.
Where are you? Okay, louder one more time.
Love counts.
I need to perform or else.
It's a rigged deal, but proceed with love regardless.
Sometimes it helps if you tap your heart chakra. Who else?
Freedom is forgetting.
It's all
Hindsight is 20/20 vision.
I have never understood that. I don't understand it. Someone explain it to me?
Sure.
Like, oh, you get it later when you're in front of it, right? Is that what that means?
No, it means that the way you think about what has happened already is much clearer than how you think about what's happening now.
That's good.
Change is the only constant there is.
From my mother, you get used to hanging if you hang long enough.
Let's do two more.
I get distant when I get pissed.
Say that again.
I get distant when I get pissed. Kiss soft, fuck hard.
There was one over here trying to come out.
Where's Julie?
Oh, be yourself.
My little boy wants my daughter to think I'm a cool dad. My adult man is learning that I love her best when I take a firm stand.
Thank you. Those are great. We're going to be collecting those. You can leave them on the table when you're. No, where should we put them?
You can leave them on this table as you're leaving,
Yeah.
and one of us will be out
I
collecting
have like
them
this
as well.
collection, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. People who live through horrendous traumatic childhoods are doubly fucked over, and here's why. First, they have to live through the horrendous traumatic childhood, and then they have to exist in a world where no one wants to hear about it. Here's a true story. This is a true story. I ran into this woman in the hallway on the way to the bathroom at my place of work. And she stopped me. She had somehow figured out who my father was. And she said, "Hey, I ran across your father's book. I bought it, I read it, and I just loved it." And I said, "Oh, well, I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you then. He is, in fact, a child molester." And she said, "Oh, but it was such a good book." If I could drop you in on even a fraction of what I have survived, you would find it inconceivable that I could form a complete sentence. 2, that I could breathe. 3, that I could like anyone. 4, that I could turn my head to the left. 5, that I could turn my head to the right. 6, that I could smile. 7, that I could relax, ever. 8, that I could care about anything. 9, that I could balance my checkbook. And 10, that I could eat mangoes. Now, you don't need to know the details of that one. Suffice it to say, I'm amazing. I am crazy amazing.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And when it would not have served me to hurt someone with my bare hands or other blunt objects, I instead wrote songs. The garage door was painted bright. The neighbors were angry and put up a fight. My father, defiant, refused to change and parked his Mercedes outside the gate. And when we walked, the people stared 'cause we were strange. And when he talked, the people came from miles away to see the suburban hippie. I was the girl with the vigilant eyes, ordered and mannered and never surprised, perfectly helpful, predictably wild. When things got hard, I usually smiled. But I was cold and I was sad and I was afraid, and I never told a soul about the dark nights with the suburban hippie. Oh, Switzerland and cable cars and sleeping pills. Oh, bathing suits and cigarettes and swimming pools. Oh, Christmas on the beach. When I got older, I finally awoke, and I told all the secrets that no one had spoke. I burst like a bubble right down to the core, and I lost all the people I'd known before. But I was free as a We will now have a 10-minute intermission. My husband and I tried to get pregnant for 3 years, and not succeeding at that really sucked. I was going to say, it was the great challenge of our lives! But it's just more accurate to say it really fucking sucked. And when I first wrote this monologue, I wrote, this experience has deeply humbled me and caused me to question all levels of faith. But I changed it to, I don't believe in waterboarding. I think it's wrong, I think it's evil, except when it came to this issue. Because I needed to waterboard God until God gave me my baby. It was a very, very emotional time for me. One time I went into this jewelry store with a newish friend, and we were looking around, and I called her over and I said, oh my God, look at this locket. You know, you open it, you can put a picture on either side, and then it clicks close. I'm gonna buy this in case we ever have a child. And then I just very suddenly started hysterically sobbing in the middle of the store. And this person, to her credit, just threw her arms around me and held me while I cried very, very loudly. And from what I understand, you know, it cleared out quickly. And, when I came to, I looked around and I saw the man behind the counter, and he looked at me and he said, moment! And this is a song from that time period. Oh, little one, where are you now? We made you a garden, we're working the plow. We've called to the rains, we've planted the seeds. Oh, little one, you're all we need now. Oh, little one, where are you now? No, there's a reason you've not come around. We've prayed to your heart, we feel you so sweet. Oh, little one, you're all we need now. And oh, we know there's something bigger here, and oh, we know we can't control it, and all the gods and goddesses know it. Oh, little one, where are you now? We've suffered some thinking we lost you somehow. But rain brings the hope, and sun brings the peace. Oh, little one, you're all we need now. Oh, little one, where are you now? You've showed us the truth. We've made you a family that's waiting for you. You've showed us the light, so we can believe. Oh, little one, it's you we receive now. Oh, little one, it's you we receive now. Most people spend most of their time making up stories about themselves and then trying to get everyone else to believe them. Stories that come from our unconscious, mostly from our families, our society, our upbringings, and the insidiousness of our geopolitical climate. Stories like, I'm special, I'm important, I'm generous, I'm attractive, I'm worthy, I'm lovable, I'm neat, I'm sweet, I'm interesting, I'm compelling. And then when people treat us like shit, we say, well, screw you, you schmuck. Can't you see I'm a good person? And then the other story starts. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I'm a hag. I'm weird. I'm different. I'm alone. I'm strange. I'm disgusting. I'm selfish. I'm not good enough. I'm essentially broken. I'm very, very bad. And then when people treat us poorly, we say, well, I already knew that about myself. So ha-ha on you. I got there first. And we vacillate from the shame story to the happy story, to the shame story, to the happy story, and back and forth, secretly hoping for something outside of it all. Some kind of peace. So, I'd like to invite you to call up your conscious and unconscious stories about yourself. Imagine them swirling around your head like little dogs barking in your face. I want you to close your eyes, think about I'm this, I'm that, if only, I could have, I would have, I'm going to, I should have, I had, I didn't have. All right, go. Okay, so right here in the space between your stories, ask yourself the question, who am I that's even more me than the stories I tell about myself? So that's what this next song is about. You're welcome to close your eyes if you want or not. Well, let's meet in the infinite One morning, I was sleeping very deeply when a voice yelled in my ear. It was around 7 a.m. She said, "I'm your baby. I'm coming. I'm a girl, and my name is Toriel." So I startled awake, I shook Patrick. I said, "Honey, our child just visited us. She's a girl. She's coming. Her name is Toriel." And he said, "That's perfect." And then a month later, I was pregnant. And there's so much I could tell you about the pregnancy, the birth, the joy and the pain, the elation, the exhaustion and the bonding and the cosmic depths this baby brought into our lives. There's so much I could tell you about how Toriel was born with a smile on her face and the most beatific open eyes. And there's so much I could tell you about how my identity shattered from what it was before. You know, teacher, dancer, therapist, person who gets things done, person with goals, person with small boobs, and was just rock spun into the perfect chaos of parenting and breast milk. And there's so much I could tell you about how when you create a family consciously from love because you've done your inner work, you can interrupt a sickness that's been in your family line for hundreds of years. But what I think is most important for you to understand right now is that our baby was born with the most huge-ophonic, size-ophonic, chunkastic cheeks. Cheeks. I'm not talking about the slow cheeks. I'm not talking about the high or the low cheeks. I'm not talking about where you gotta go cheeks. I'm just talking about one thing, big cheeks. And I think I ought to know about big cheeks. Got a baby with two of them sweet cheeks. Not super special ones. I'm talking talking deep cheeks. You want a piece of them? Learn how to treat cheeks. For breakfast, you get bagels and the cream cheese cheeks. Cheeks. I'm not talking about butt cheeks, or where the poo tends to shoot from the butt cheeks. I'm talking two super cute, pudgy face cheeks, and the funny, happy, sad face she makes with the two cheeks. She's so expressive. It's so impressive how you can't find her face in the face. You want a piece of them? Learn how to treat cheeks. You want breakfast, you get bagels and the cream cheese cheeks. That you would think I was exaggerating about the cheeks.
That's right, gotta show us the picture.
Yes. So I would like to show you a picture of how our child looks shortly after the birth. This is how she looks now. Yeah, things have gotten more proportional. I can pass this around later if we need to. So let's get real. You know, since I've been so superficial until now, what is my essential message? What am I hoping you leave here having really rocked? You know, it's something about choosing your own consciousness, choosing your own healing, and choosing your own dickiness. Because we don't act like dicks because we mean to. We don't know we're being dicks. Other people know we're being dicks. But we don't act like assholes because it's fun. We do it because we're terrified. We feel helpless and we can't remember what lives beneath the dickiness. Have you ever caught someone you love unaware? You know, you see them, they don't see you, and you get to have that moment where you're watching them and you see that unique, beautiful, indescribable spark. And you realize, oh, it's been there all along. It never left. The spark beneath the dickiness. And by now, have you understood that when I say dickiness, I'm talking about the unconscious, you know, acting out of wounds? Are you? Is this?
We're there with you.
Are we? Because it's very hard to not be a dick. Because you have to stop waiting for someone to say, honey, give me your dick. I will take care of it for you. Because no one's going to take care of your dick if you don't. Especially if you're holding it in front of you like a shield, covering over the indescribable spark. Don't cover over the indescribable spark. Am I clear? Don't make me say it again. But here's the clincher. You have to love your dick. If you don't love your dick, you're being a dick. Right? And for those who I have offended tonight by how many times I've used the word dick, don't take your dick so seriously. Because when you do that, you're being a cunt. So in order to heal the dickiness, the indescribable spark has to get so big with unconditional love that it hugs the dick. And then the dick is transformed also into unconditional love. And then everything melts. Thank you.